Election Commission approves 18 appeals on 7th day of hearings challenging returning officers' decision on nomination papers for 13th National Parliament elections. Citizens' condolence gathering in memory of three-time former Prime Minister and BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia held at South Plaza of Jatiyo সংসদ Bhavan. At least 6 people killed in a devastating fire in a residential building at Uttara in Dhaka, several others hospitalized. Islami Andolan Bangladesh to contest 268 constituency independently, leaving 11 party alliance, announces party spokesperson. Holy night of Isra and Miraj tonight, devout Muslims observing the sacred night through worship and prayers. 10 more Palestinians killed in Israeli attacks in Gaza. Trump announced the formation of Board of Peace to review Gaza situation. And in Nepal, Chattogram Royals beat Noakhali Express by 5 wickets in day's first match in BPL cricket. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10. This is Sharma Bose welcoming you all. Those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Election Commission EC has approved 18 appeals on the 7th day of hearings challenging returning officers' decisions on nomination papers for the 13th National Parliament elections. The Commission heard a total of 43 appeals today. Of this, 18 appeals against the cancellation of nomination papers were accepted, while 17 were rejected. EC also turned down 4 appeals filed against the acceptance of nomination papers and kept other 4 appeals pending. EC reveals the information at the Nirvachan Bhavan at Agargarh in the capital. Earlier, hearings started in the presence of Chief Election Commissioner AMM Nasiruddin, 4 Election Commission's Senior Secretary and officials concerned. The appeal hearing will continue till January 18th. A civic condolence meeting in memory of the former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia was held at South Plaza of সংসদ Bhavan this afternoon. BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman attended the condolence meeting organized at the initiative of civil society. The organizers said that this is not a political program but rather a humanitarian initiative to pay dignified national tribute to Begum Khaleda Zia. The condolence meeting was presided by former Chief Justice Syed J.R. Mudassir Hussain, with eminent economist Professor Dr. Mahbub Ullah serving as the chief organizer. Leaders of various political parties attended the condolence meeting. Distinguished citizens from different professions spoke from their respective positions. Family members of Begum Khaleda Zia, BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, standing committee members, along with teachers, physicians, engineers, journalists, intellectuals, diplomats, and people from various professions were present. In addition, representatives of indigenous communities as well as the Sanatan and Christian communities also attended the condolence meeting. At least 6 people have been killed in a devastating fire at a 7-story building in Sector 11 of Uttara in the capital. Residents were trapped by smoke and flames after the fire broke out on the 2nd floor of the building. The incident occurred at around 45 minutes past 7 in the morning. In an initial press release issued by the Fire Service Headquarters Media Cell, the death toll was reported as 3. Later, police said the number of fatalities had risen to 6. According to the fire service, 2 of its units rushed to the scene after receiving the report of the fire at around 8 in the morning. Through their efforts, the fire was brought under control around 8:30. The fire was completely extinguished at around 10 in the morning. Among the deceased were 3 women and 3 men. The cause of the fire could not be determined immediately. Questions relating to the fundamental principles of Islam and the lack of political trust have forced Islami Andolan Bangladesh IAB to cut ties with the Jamaat-e-Islami-led 11-party electoral alliance. As a result, IAB will contest 268 seats as an independent political party. Islami Andolan Bangladesh spokesperson and Joint Secretary General Maulana Ghazi Atul Rahman made the announcement at a press briefing held at the IAB Central Office in the capital this afternoon. He added that in the remaining 32 seats, candidates deemed suitable in ideological grounds will receive IAB's support. As the upcoming 13th parliamentary election approaches, voters in Dhaka 13 constituency have shared their expectations. What do they want from the elected representative? Security, development or good governance? Dhaka 13 constituency comprises Mohammadpur and Adabur police stations and parts of Shere-Bangla Nagar. This densely populated areas has more than 4 lakh voters. Residents identify juvenile gangs, drugs and crime as their biggest concerns. Voters expect the elected lawmakers to prioritize the issues and take decisive steps to address this. Alongside security, the lack of basic civic facilities remains a major problem in this constituency. Voters want uninterrupted gas supply, improved roads and an effective drainage system. Rising prices of daily essentials have also caused widespread anxiety among the voters. They want their representative to play a strong vocal role in Parliament and within the government in favor of public interest. Voters of Dhaka 13 think that an elected member of Parliament is more than a lawmaker. He or she is expected to serve as the constituency's guardian and a strong, clear voice in addressing local problems. Local voters said that they are looking beyond their promises, emphasizing tangible outcomes. They have voiced their hopes for real and visible change, calling for effective leadership that delivers on security, sustainable development and accountable governance. The holy Shab-e-Meraj is being observed across the country tonight with due respect and religious fervor. The Muslims every year on 26th night of the Arabic month of Rajab observe the Shab-e-Meraj. On this night, Prophet Hazrat Muhammad, peace be upon him, had embarked on a special journey to meet the Almighty Allah. In the journey, the Prophet, peace be upon him, travelled on the Buraq to heaven, where Allah gave him instructions to take back to the faithful regarding the details of prayers. This unprecedented event has been described in Surah Bani Israel in the Holy Quran. Muslim devotees will offer special prayers at mosques and homes, seeking blessings of Allah for the welfare of the entire nation and the Muslim Ummah. Now moving to international news.